it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Happy summer. I have been transitioning into summer break these last few days and finally feeling like I'm getting my groove on with summer being out of school. And so I thought I would share a few pages I'm going to do for my summer journaling. I typically struggle a little bit in my bullet journal over the summer because I don't have as many appointments. I don't need weeklies. My to-do lists look a lot different. And so I will sometimes find that I'm not really keeping up in my bullet journal, and then all of a sudden it's September and I'm in a mad rush to get it all caught up. So instead of just worrying about calendar stuff in my bullet journal, I thought, solstice is in a couple of days, and second half of 2025, what do I want that to look like? And so that I would just do some pages that kind of relate to that. First, I wanted to share a couple of things. First off, I'm not going to do a full video, but I did pick up some of the Diamine Forever ink samples, and they're pretty cool. One in particular really stood out to me. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is so opaque. The color is called Honey Pot, and I'm going to use this on some of the pages that I'm doing in my bullet journal for the summer pages. So I'll show you how it writes, but this is all that's left of the ink because I have just used so much of it. I really like the ink. So I'll show you that in just a second. The other thing I wanted to share was this guy. This is the Dominant Industries ink archival book. And what this is, let me turn to a cool page. Well, they're all cool, but one that is really detailed. These illustrations. So this one was they have two. This one was like the Atlas or Undersea or something, so sea themed. And it's got these really cool illustrations that you can ink up, color with your ink, and then there's places to log the names. Here's the page that I already have done. I just really love these illustrations. The only complaint I have about this book is that the illustrations are repeated. So like this one, there's this exact illustration like in the toward the back, and I just think, I don't know. I thought that was a little bit weird. And then there's all this area in the back to catalog different inks. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use this yet, just because I have other ways that I catalog my inks. But I just think that they're so cool, underwater themed, really pretty, and just that kind of like textbook sciencey looking illustration. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I've seen them around for about $29, and Pen Chalet was having a big sale a couple weeks ago, and I just hopped on and I saw that I could actually get the price knocked down to 20 bucks. And so I ordered it. And I think that that'll just be a fun summer project, like grown-up coloring, but with fountain pens. So anyway, all right, well, I'm just going to share these 5 pages, and we'll just see if any of them maybe inspire you to think about your summer journaling, and we'll just see where that goes. All right, the first page I am going to show you that I've already done is just kind of an intro solstice page, and I did this with my fountain pen inks and a watercolor brush. Shout out to Leuchtturm, because you guys, I put so much water on this paper, and additionally, there's 3 different inks mixed in here, and it really held up. I mean, it was pooling in the center here, and I thought, oh boy, I'm gonna just have a mess. And the string is a teeny bit yellow on this side, but not even noticeable. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have some ghosting, I don't care. But this was kind of my intro page. So what I'm gonna do here is just do some journaling in the negative spaces. I thought of just some words and things about the second half of 2025 that I want to be mindful of, and just have some guiding thoughts. So I just chose those, and then I will journal kind of about those things on this page. Now I'm going to skip this page here because I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. When I have a page that does have some, you know, whether it's a little warped because of the watercolor or the water, or it's, you know, just got a little bit of more ghosting than others, sometimes I'll skip a page and just come back to it, because for these few pages I just really wanted kind of fresh, clean pages. The first thing I'm going to do is just make a header. I'm going to probably do a list looking ahead. So what do I want the next 6 months to look like of 2025? So I'm just going to give myself a little header here, and then I will probably come back and do my journaling. It might even just be like a bullet list. And this marker I'm using is part of the Sharpie S-Note Creative marker. They kind of give a little bit like mild liners, but they have more colors, obviously, and they are a little heavier. So it does do a little bit of ghosting there, but I'm not really worried about that. And then I'm going to just use this that I already showed you. I love this ink, it's so cool. And I also decided that for these 5 pages, I'm going to try to kind of stay in the same color scheme. So I just picked 3 of my yellow orange fountain pens, and I'm just going with those for this. Oh, that's a little bit wonky, but oh well. So I'll just... My sticker collection is just looking very dismal these days, and I just haven't really wanted to restock. I'm doing more just with my pens and my doodling, and trying to maybe like force myself to use all the stickers that I have before I buy any more. But I also, and I think I may have touched on this another time, I was starting to feel like my stickers it was just kind of being wasteful, because I just was putting them in my journal and then turning the page and never looking at them again. I am not bashing stickers at all. I love stickers. But I also love when I can, you know, put stickers and then pull these off and put them on my next journal, or, you know, just decorate a place that I'm going to see all the time. Okay, the next page that I am going to do is a quote page. So I'm just going to show you how I will set this up. I haven't picked a quote, or maybe just even like a short poem. And if this is like bothering you, or it like drives you crazy when people don't draw straight lines, for some pages I'll be like, oh, I need to have my ruler or whatever. But for something like this, I just don't let it get in my way. I'm just like, I don't care. And so it ends up being a little wonky, and I don't know, that could either be really annoying or just charming. I'm not sure. So what I generally do with a quote page is, once I pick my quote, I give myself a hierarchy of the words in that quote. So what I mean by that is, I will give my words a 1, 2, or 3. Ones are going to be like the big words like I really want to have stand out. So like believe or live or, you know, live, laugh, love. No, I'm kidding. And then threes. So I'll pick ones first, pick threes second, because those are going to be my ands and A's and thes. And then pick my twos, or kind of, you know, what's left over. And then what I will do is kind of sketch out like a layout, just like super rough, so that I know, okay, you know, my one's going to go here, and then my threes are going to go here, then maybe my two fits in here. Anyway, so you kind of get the idea, and then I will fill that in and make adjustments. I usually sketch it out with the pencil first, and so that I can make sure that my spacing is right, because I tend to not space my words, or I'll run out of space. So this isn't part of the actual quote because I haven't picked the actual quote, but I'm just showing you how I would put a word in here. And then I would make adjustments because I can already tell I would want it to be adjusted a little bit here. So I would just go over that. So anyway, so this is going to be a summer quote page, and I will come back and I will show you the finished products of these once they're done. And then the next page I am going to do is, I think I'll do my mandala. And I will probably, let's see, I can show you. So I did this one. This will be kind of like my goal, something similar to this. And then I'm going to paint it with my fountain pen inks. So I'll show you how I do my mandalas, how I get them set up. And then I'll just show you maybe a couple of rows. I don't want to bore you because these can take me quite a while. I use a little tool. It's from a store. They used to be on Etsy. I don't know if they're still on Etsy or if they have their own little store now, called Moxie Dory. And it's a pretty handy little tool. I actually ended up with 2 of them, and they're pretty cheap. Obviously, if you don't have something like this, you can just use a compass or trace a circle. It's not that tough, but I put a paper clip in the middle to hold it. And then it has these holes over here that you put your pencil in. Let's see if I can. And you just go around like that. And it's super easy. Okay, I have all of my lines drawn, my guidelines, and I do my mandalas with a plain old gel pen. If I know I'm going to color it, I like to have one that I know is going to be water resistant. And I didn't grab my water resistant one, so let me grab that. Oh, here it is. So this guy is just a Pentel Arts Hybrid Technica right off Amazon. Super cheap. I'm going to zoom in just a smidge so you can see my process. I'm going to just show kind of how I get started. It's a process for me. This is just a real like chill way to do any kind of journaling. I don't normally start in the middle because there's so much space there. Sometimes I'll do like a Zentangle or something different in the middle. Let's see. Like that one I just did kind of a bigger design with little sun rays. And then I think I've got one more. My gosh. Okay, there it is. So I did this one and I painted this one with acrylic markers and just did a little bit of shading in there. So anyway, I'm going to just start on this row here. Okay, I have some finished pages to show you. So let's take a look at how they turned out. This one I already showed you, but I didn't journal in here yet. So that's coming. The page I did for looking ahead, this was all done with that TWSBI and that Diamine Forever Ink Honey Pot. Look how pretty that is. And so for my looking ahead page, I just I picked like some sayings that I think about a lot, kind of like manifesting and affirmation type thinking. So it's not like directly, this is what I want the next 6 months to look like or the second half of 2025 to look like, but it's just things that I guess I want as kind of my my guiding lights to just really be thinking positively about some things and open to possibility. That's kind of my theme right now, is that I'm just really wanting to feel open to opportunities and possibilities. So that was my looking ahead page. This was the quote page that I went for. Little bit longer of a quote than sometimes what I choose, but I thought this one was nice. I didn't get the author's name, but I'll go back and add that. And I just, like I told you, you know, kind of decided what are my big words, what are my smaller words, and then just coincided with what pen I was going to use. So I used my TWSBI with the honey pot here, used my Bennu with the sparkly coral Bennu that I've shown, and then these were just with my little clicky markers. And then here was my mandala that I colored with fountain pen ink, and then I went over most of the black areas and did a thicker line. Do not look at this middle. This is so gross. I was so disappointed. I made a mistake and I was like, okay, I'm going to incorporate my mistake because that's what I do. And then I made it into a bigger mistake. And then I decided, well, I can't really color over it. I'm going to put gouache paint on it. So then I put gouache paint on it and then it cracked. And then I was like, well, I can't just have the gouache paint on it. So then I tried to do something on top of it with the marker. It's a hot mess. So while I love these colors and I really was happy with that, I went ahead and mapped out another one like I showed you, and I'm going to color this one in. So while we can just, I even thought, like, I cut out a sticker. I was like, I'm gonna put a sticker there. That looked dumb too. So this one was just a mess and I'm just gonna move on. And I tried coloring it all black and then it just looked weird because it was just too much black. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna just do another one. So those are the 4 pages. I think I said I was gonna show you 5, but I ended up just doing 4. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am going to try to stick with the, you know, real light orange and yellow colors for the next few pages because I'm just really feeling that vibe right now for summer. Okay, what'd you think? Other than that darn mandala, the middle part, I was happy with how the pages turned out. That mandala middle area just was a pain. And so I, you know, like I said, I'm gonna probably do another one with the same color scheme and maybe pick a different direction to go on that middle area. Anyway, so I would love to hear about your summer journaling plans, or if you want some ideas for prompts or pages, or if you want to do a journaling challenge together, I'm on board. I really don't have a lot going on this summer except for just playing around in my office and working on my channel and helping my husband with our business and getting ready for the pen show. We've been super busy doing that this week. Anyway, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments and let me know what you're doing for your journaling this summer. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.